What's going on, guys? It is your boy Cash, and we are back in some Path to Nowhere because tomorrow, granted, Hamill, we've talked about this. We've talked about this, Hamill. You can't be shushing me.
It's dancing too.
Stop it. So tomorrow, EIRENE is going to be dropping into the game. So I thought, hey, let's do a preemptive review before it even drops, so we can actually see what the hell she's even, what is she about? Is she worth summoning? Should I just blow all my currency right now on Stargazer? Because we already did that. And I thought that this would be a really cool way to talk about the character. Now, anyway, still not 55? Really need to level up. I need to just, well, I've been spamming. I spam all my mana, damn it. It's kind of crazy. EIRENE. Now, for some reason, she's never here. She's never here, but if I go into the spellcasters, she usually pops up. So let's look at this. This is a phase 2 version. So we get the little glimpse of that, right? So we have EIRENE. She actually is a core breaker. She's a spellcasting core breaker, similar to like Hakate, that we get in the beginning of the game. So let's see how she stacks up. It seems like a tradition here that we stack up A ranks and B ranks versus S ranks. So first off, we have the her range. She's a spellcaster, so she has the, I call it well, the +1. What are we gonna call this? I might just call this the brick, the brick. Spell range, and she does magic damage. Now you guys do have to pay attention to magic damage, physical damage. I'm starting to see like when you have Nox, there are other characters. I think actually Iron also does physical penetration or lowering a enemy's physical defense, and also certain enemies have higher defense or higher physical defense or magical defense. So adjust accordingly, and if you can, obviously, because it's investing in this game is a little bit rough. I ain't gonna lie to you. So it is sometimes a little bit harder to invest, but just keep in mind what character is physical and what character is not. So then we have the Contract Devastation. Love this skill, really cool. So she unleashes unleashes the core of destruction on the battlefield. The effect depends on the type of target of the enemy. This was something that I didn't know when I was just randomly picking her because she looks cool, or because she looks cute, or because she's in the intro, like the trailer of the game. So I was like, yo, what does this do? So when you do an empty grid or a coreless enemy, it just summons a black hole that does a buttload of damage over time, obviously, to all enemies when a 3x3 square around the target, and reducing their speed. It doesn't specify movement speed, but I think it is movement speed in that. Maybe it does both, movement speed and attack speed, so it does slow them down. Now, if the target actually has a core, tears up the ground and detonates a dimensional rift in a 5x5 grid X shape. So X is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the spot in the middle. Very intricate, very intricate to hit that. Now that one actually will deal core damage within the range for 2 times, accompanied by 1 core damage each time. Targets with all cores broken, then she creates a destructive turbulence, dealing a buttload of damage of her magic attacks to all enemies on the target grid. I actually I never rolled down that far. So she has 3 different abilities based on the enemy that you target, or if you actually target nothing at all. So that is what I'm talking about. Phenomenal, flexible unit. That alone, in my personal opinion, is worth investing into if you have this character. You do have to be mindful of what it is, and I'm going to try my best to showcase all 3 black holes or instances of damage. But first, let's go over to the first one. And I guess I missed it to Chessmaster. She's very calculated, right? Now, Chessmaster, when an ally casts an ultimate, Eren's next core destruction, which we just read, is this. Oh, wait, sorry, it's not that. It's contract destruction. I lied. What's core destruction? Did they mess it up? Will deal an additional 17% damage. This effect can stack up to 2 times. So once your allies activate a 2 things, damage. I think it's supposed to be the other thing of destruction. Goes and ramps up damage. Most of these things are just ramping up damage. As you can see, black holes damage, dimensional rift damage, destructive turbulence damage, and that's it. Next, last but not least, conspiracy. When Eren is within the cross area around the chief, she generates 1 energy for the chief and 5 energy for herself every 30 seconds. What the fuck? I never read that before. What? So putting her by the chief generates energy for the chief. So I get energy for being able to do the thing, and then she also gets 5 energy for herself every. I have to see that. What the fuck is that? That's insane. That's so cool. Then we have the ultimate enhancement, and it just allows her ultimate to do more damage, which she is based on anyway, right? That's her whole shtick is when that ultimate drops. So let's look at her shackles as well while we're here. So we can see the hidden chest master goes to 3 stacks, so 3 ultimates. You do actually visually see this, by the way. I'll point it out when I'm there. Ultimate damage goes up. Ultimate damage also goes up on the 5. And 3, for each different class on the team damage goes up by 3%. That's really fucking cool. And then we have the ultimate damage going by 3 points. This character is ridiculously cool. I'm actually pretty hyped to see what she has to bring to the table. Let's bring baby girl in.
Getting my hands dirty could be fun.
So I guess it depends on the map also. If like where you put her, because now I want her by the chief. I want her by the chief now because I realize how she actually works. I definitely want her chilling with the chief. All right, let's get it going. Wait, do I have other core breakers? I do. I should actually run a little bit more, but we will still should be able to see what I want to see. Now, when a person uses the ultimate, so Louis Array is going to be really good because boom, I just use the ultimate. Boom, you see the orb. Now 2 orbs. This one doesn't have any shackles, but this would be 3 orbs. So now her thing is stacked up. And if I needed to use it, I need to hurry up and use my ultimate. So let's go. We're going to use it on right here, perfect timing. And we're going to use it on a coreless thing. So you're going to see the black hole coming. You see that their movement speed gets lowered. I forgot that they're on this thing, technically. Weird thing. So boom, get our stacks back. Our chest master stacks. Let him come to the herd. Get whittled down. Now we are going to. Oh yeah, she already has it. This one. Now we're gonna. Oh, look at that animation. Now we're gonna use it, and it's gonna do the X. Do this. Hit them with the X instantaneously. Now I'm gonna give her a bunch of energy because she is core broken. So now we can see the other one. Let it loose. Oh, okay, this does a big hit. This does a big chunk of damage really quick. Animation's not too crazy. And dead. Interesting. We got to see all 3 instances of her super. So I want to use her one more time though, because I want to test out the whole thing with the chief. Is she actually giving me free like free stacks? That's one thing I was trying to pay attention to, but I was kind of hard to with all the stuff going on. So what we're going to do, we're going to immediately blow every single thing here. And just see if I start getting energy. Now, you only usually get energy in this game when you, whatchamacallit? Break a core. There it is. I just got one for free. That's insane. That's like a super cool mechanic. I won't mess up this time. Look at that melt. Wow, this is like super synergistic actually. Got him here. Hit him with the turbulent. Big chunk of damage. Dude, this is insane. That's actually insane. That's nuts, man. That's actually nuts. But wait, there's more. We have to go with the exclusive Crimebrand as well. The Dark Chest Master. And it won't let me see it, so hold on. Special ability, which it really should be called, by the way. Increases the damage of critical kills by 10, 12, and then 15%. Exclusive skill, and she gets a skill out of it as well. Dark Assassin Slayer. After casting Contract Annihilation to her ultimate, the core of the Annihilation cast on a non-target grid will stay in the battlefield, and the following effect will be triggered according to the type of enemy target when the enemy target approaches. Release again to cancel the effect. So it seems as though she leaves a black hole on the field. I don't have a phase 3 EIRENE to actually showcase that, but that sounds absolutely insane. She just keeps getting better and better. But let's go over the other Crimebrands to see if there's any other additional cool stuff that we can come up with. Depths of Oblivion seems like a good idea. Ultimate damage is increased by 1% every second, up to 30 stacks. She doesn't get her ultimate super quick, so it will actually stack up. And when you actually need to use it, all good to go. I also think that I don't usually recommend chief skills, but I do think that that energy chief skill is the best one for her, because you can then break a core and then utilize it to the second one, the turbulence one, to chunk damage as well. If you got that going on, I do think that does make a little bit of sense here. But then you're spamming, I guess you won't get too much out of it, but it's a good, I think, start. Remember, you still have the 2 slot open. I don't actually like Embrace of the Dead on her. It does do more damage for that one instance of damage, that big chunk. But 40% is a lot. I think if you have it, which I think is one of the things in a Broken Frontier shop you should get regardless. So I think you can stick it on her, but you know, I feel like there's better. Premonition is actually, I actually like it because when she actually does core damage, she does it twice in that area and in an actual X. So she can hit multiple different targets and she can hit twice on those on that. So I think that there's something to be said about that. I think that this is a really good one because it should do a buttload of damage. Syndicate Glory, it seems like a really good option. It is a B rank, very easy to obtain. You probably got 1,000 of them. It does take up all your slots, but it does increase magic damage, which is nice. And it does more, you get 15% magic damage and you take more damage, but she's supposed to be in the back. She's supposed to be by the chief, which is very interesting that she's by the chief. I don't know if that's story related. Hopefully I'll get to that point. I'm still in the point of the story where Zoya is doing whatever the fuck she wants apparently, and yeah, that's the girl where I'm at in the story. But it's crazy to, you know, that she sticks by the chief like that. Anywho, what else do we got? This one, Turning Zero, I like a lot as well. Specifically, you gain energy every time a chief skill is used, and I think that they'll bounce off of each other. I think that this is what we like to call a energy generator, an engine. They synergize with each other because you don't even need to use the energies on her necessarily, but you can just start bouncing energy to other characters, utilizing your ultimates more often, and I think that that will just boost your team efficiency overall. And the fact that her Shackle passive is that the more different types of units you have on your team, each different type you get 3% more damage. So yeah, she actually really utilizes the fact of using a well-cultured team. Why? Because she's a chess master. It makes a lot of fucking sense. And this one's okay. Year 1 Perishing Star, decent because she gets, the HP is not relevant, but it is free attack, but you can't move her. But you really should be moving her, but the thing that I don't like is the actual attack and crit rate. That attack is good, but the crit rate thing is kind of useless. Ultimate cannot crit, so kind of useless there. So if I was to think about the ultimate, maybe the ultimate setup, I'm thinking Turning Zero in a 2-3 slot. What's a good 2-3? Paradise Regained, if I know how it worked. Damn, there's really no good 2-3 for her. Damn. On further thought, if you go Turning, you really have no good option to slot outside of just slotting stuff that gives you like good raw stats. Like you can use the Depths of Oblivion, not have the passive activated just for the skill damage. You could do that. 2 slot looks like it's just designated for health. I think it's attack, HP, and then something crazy on the slot 3. So maybe that's just not a good enough build that we can go. Is there a good 2 slot thing? If we go Depths of Oblivion, is there a good 2 slot? Hope not that bad. We get some initial energy to get the party started. That's really it. Only other thing is Singularity. I wanted to start adding this into my reviews as well, by the way. That's why I'm like kind of sitting here trying to figure it out. Premonition was another one. Is there a good 2-3 slot? Oh, look at that. Technically, I guess. I think those are the only combos. Not too much, actually, funny enough. She doesn't really have great Crimebrand combinations. You just have to like use one fully in its capacity and then just use a high end, like if you don't have a good one, you just use a S rank version of it to get the most stats out of it. So what do you guys think about her? Is she worth summoning? I actually would say yes, because Stargazer obviously is like the same as her. They're definitely the same, but I think as far as like flexibility, I think she has way more flexibility than Stargazer does. And she was OG. She was already in the game. So where were you looking? Where were you looking? But I do really like her design. I like everything that she does. I like all her passives. Not a little bit complicated to use because you have to keep in mind what actual black hole or ultimate that you're putting out there. But it is super flexible, and the more you're used to it, I think the more your mind will work towards it. Also, I do want to mention you should be pairing her possibly with someone like Hekate. Because, you know, stuff like this, after the battle starts, all allies gain 10% magic penetration. There are a bunch of characters that have passive like this that either increase magic damage or help out. And you do have to be mindful, just a heads up, be mindful of characters that have other passives that might, the character that you're looking for. Same thing with all these attack speed passives. There are characters that have attack speed passives. Sorry, same thing with attack speed based characters. There are characters that have attack speed passives that can help out as well. So that's gonna be it for me. Tomorrow you definitely will see me summon for old girl, and yeah, hopefully we get her early, and hopefully we get some dupes. I mean, I think you definitely want at least phase 3, but even this, actually just one is pretty good. Just one dupe, I think you're sitting pretty. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.